So we shall wait for 5 minutes. We were supposed to take the session by 6:30. We shall wait for 5 minutes before we take the session. And so let me just introduce bigdatahandson.com. So we could see that so this is our website, bigdatahandson.com. So each and every day after we are done with these sessions, we'll post our videos inside this, inside meetup videos, like we'll be posting our videos here. So it will be uploaded in YouTube's and you'll get it here. See, like you can see that last week we were running Python sessions for 7 days. So all those recordings, like we have it here. So you can just make use of it and you can see that. But like this, we used to take lots of sessions. So these free sessions, like it's introduction sessions, we take it. So Irfan, have you joined the call?
Yes.
Yes. So Irfan has joined the call. So let me just show the other screen. Today we are going to see the basics. So this would be our agenda today. Hope you all are able to see our screen. And so this is the agenda. The day one agenda is here. That is introduction to machine learning, and we are going to see linear regression. And day two will be logistics regression. And day three is k-nearest neighbor. For day four is support vector machine, SVM. Day five is basic introduction to deep learning and what is artificial neural networks. And day six would be the basics of convolutional neural networks. So you can see all these algorithms. I hope you are okay with math. Like 90% of the people would be from mathematical background, and the basic mathematics functions like algebras, and also I'm assuming that you also know basics on integral calculus, differential calculus. So it would be good for you to, not this session, introduction would be, you don't want to have much mathematical knowledge, but when you move forward, you need to have basics on those topics to go and program yourselves in Python. On so let Irfan, and you can proceed now, Irfan. And if there is any doubts, please make use of the chat window which is below, and you can please chat it. And also, like, you can just call, you can also WhatsApp at us anytime, like bigdatahandson.com. Myself, I am Khalil Ahmed, and my number is 978-988-424. You can WhatsApp to this number, and also you can we can visit our website bigdatahandson.com to see videos, and also you can also chat using that chat option which is available currently. The last 10 minutes now would be question answer session. So Irfan would be taking any questions which is there. Thank you all. So Irfan, now you can proceed. Let me stop sharing. Irfan, now you can take control.
So today we will see machine learning, introduction to machine learning. In this course, we will see introduction about the machine learning, like what is machine learning, why we use, and where we use, like that. So first, that is what is machine learning. So machine learning is a process which a system learns from the past experience. People, we learn from the past experience. Like that, we can teach our systems to uh, perform or learn things with the experience. So that is like in traditional programming, we give the data and the program, it will produce a output. In machine learning, It's something like the opposite of this. So we will provide the data and the output what we want, and this will give you some program like rules or this. Okay, so that is the machine learning. Machine learning are like in our life we use our brain, like we are classifying things. So when you see an apple, you will how you recognize that is an apple. So it's color of red or shape of round. So you can classify things with your brain. Okay, in your childhood you didn't know whether that is a cat or whether this is a dog. How you will know? We will ask someone and experience that, and we will store in our mind. After uh, after that, if you ever see a dog or cat, you can classify which is a dog and which is a cat. So like that we can teach our system to predict that. Okay, that is machine learning. Okay? And when would you use machine learning? So we use machine learning when human expertise does not exist in Mars. So humans not going in Mars. So we send robots to analyze their like we can use machine learning there, and human and speech recognition. Of course, speech recognition we use machine learning, and medicines or healthcare we use machine learning, and one more thing, if you have more data, huge amount of data, the prediction will be good. Okay, so and one more thing, we have in machine learning we have three type of machine learning. One is supervised and unsupervised, and the last one is reinforcement. So what is supervised means? Supervised, for example, we have student and teacher. We have the teacher will teach the student. After teaching that, the student will do some operations. Okay, like that. Teacher is a, let's say, training data, and the student is our model, machine learning model. So the machine learning model learns from the data, training data, and if you give a new data, it will predict based on the past data you are given, like training data. Based on the training data, it will predict the new data. Okay, and unsupervised learning. And also one more thing, in supervised learning we usually use labeled data like yes or no, true or false, that like we can predict that. In unsupervised learning we don't have any labeled data. Okay, we use the data to classify things like clustering. We use like we have a banana and apple. How we will know it's not labeled data? Okay, it uses a cluster to predict that to classify the banana and apple. And one more, we have reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning means like it is a reward based learning. So when you do things with experience, so if you do one thing, so it got an error, so you will back to that and do whatever you want, and after that it will do one more time. So it does that thing when you give a good result. Okay, like that. And in supervised learning, we have two categories. One is the classification and other one is the regression. So what is the classification means? We split the features. Like you have, before I said like true or false, yes or no, male or female. We will classify this thing, cat or dogs. So that is classification. Okay. And one more, we have regression. Regression is a prediction of continuous value, like salary with the experience, like income in function of age. These are things are regression. In regression, we don't use a classification. So like labeled data, like yes or no, true or false. It's not like that in regression. We have continuous value, infinity values. From the infinity values, we will predict some real value. Okay, that is regression. And in unsupervised learning, like I said before, it uses a we have a plot here. In that plot, we have some data plotted in scatter. And what it does, it will do a boundary like this. It will put a boundary like this. So you can classify the things with. So this belongs to some class and this belongs to some class. So we use k-means, Gaussian mixture, clustering like that. In machine learning tools, in various different languages, we have different libraries for machine learning. Like in Python, we have scikit-learn. In .NET, we have Apport.NET framework. In C++, MLPack, Scala, MLlib, Java, RapidMiner. So these libraries have all that algorithms inside that. We will use the library for our model. Okay, it has all the algorithms like linear, logistic, k-means, and support vector. All this all the algorithm is inside our scikit-learn. And linear regression. So first we will see linear regression. Before that, we will see some data pre-processing step. It is very important because when you have some data, we need to pre-process or some filter the data. After that, we will use the data for building our model. Okay. So before that, we need to pre-process our data.
Irfan, it is like Python, machine learning using Python, right?
Yes, yes,
The code which we write is using Python, right?
yes, yes. First, I will open a sample data we are going to use for data pre-processing. Okay. This data I am going to use. So basically, data pre-processing steps like converting the strings into integers and filling the missing values are the pre-processing steps. If you don't do that, our model will not work with the NaN values. So like these empty values we have, and we have some strings. So we need to convert that into integers and the NaN values. Here also we have some integers. So let's move on to that. Before that, before pre-processing, we have some libraries to work with the data and pre-processing, or we can use for visualization and mathematical calculations. We have different libraries in Python. So many libraries is there. Like for example, we have Pandas. Pandas is for handling our data set. Say I'm going to call as a PD, and one more library we have like NumPy. NumPy is for mathematical calculations. Say NP, and one more we have Matplotlib. It is widely used for graphing. Let's call it as here. So these three libraries we are going to use. So Pandas is for reading the data like we have in that CSV format. This is the CSV file we have, and NumPy is for calculations, mathematical calculations, and Matplotlib for visualization. Okay, let's save this file. Basically, in Python, library is called a set of code which are written already. So we can use that program for our model building. Okay, let's make it as data pre-processing, and let's run this. We are just importing our modules. So like you can see here, we are just imported our modules. If you go file explorer, you can see the data here, and after importing our modules, we need to read the data here. Like this data we need to read from Python. We can use pandas for
புனர்பூச நட்சத்திரக்காரன் மட்டும் வெளியில போய் வர்றது நல்லதுங்க. மிருகசீரிஷம் திருவாதிரை நட்சத்திரக்காரன்
reading the data. So let's say I'm naming as data set here.
வெளியில் சென்று வரலாம்.
So we are going to use the pandas library to read. You can see here, this is the functions which we are going to use. Read CSV, or you have Excel file, you can just read Excel function we can use. So inside this we need to pass a parameter, that is the file name. The file name is like data.csv. So I'm going to give data.csv. Okay, and this will create our data set. So if I run this, so it's just created the data set. If you want to see, go to variable explorer. You can see here our data set. If I double click on this, you can see the data. So we have country column, age column, salary column, and purchased or not. Okay, first step, we need to get that split our data for like dependent and independent variables. Like dependent is which we are going to predict, and independent from this we are going to predict. Okay, let's say I'm going to predict this purchase yes or no with this data. So now it becomes independent features, and this is dependent. Okay, we are going to predict this according to this data. Okay, so I'm going to take it as a x or x and y. For independent data, I'm going to use x variable. From this data set, I need to get these 3 columns only for x, that is independent variable. Okay, so how you can get these 3 only? Using the data set, we can just get it from the data set and put dot here, and we have ilog. Ilog is nothing but index location. In the data set, you can see here index in Python. Index starts from 0, so this column becomes 0, and this column becomes 1, and this column becomes 2, and this 3. Okay, so we need from 0 to 2. Okay, 0 1 2, yes, from 2 1. Okay, so how we can do that? Using the square brackets. Put a square bracket here, and we need to put colon here. Twice the column. In Python, the column denotes a range. So in this starting value, and this is the ending value. And in ilog, it takes 2 parameters. One is the rows we want. If you don't give any values from this upper bound and lower bound, it will take all that values. So I'm just leaving it. So Why is because we want all the rows. No, we have 10 rows here. We want all the rows. So let's keep it and put comma here. And after that, we need to put another column. So in this column, we are going to uh, give the columns which we are going to give for the x. For in my case, I am going to use 0 to 2. You can use another trick here. So, like here, I am going to choose 0 to 2. Don't put 2 here. So put the 3 here, because in Python, it doesn't take the last one. It takes before the last. Okay. If you want 2, you just need to put 3 here. If you want 3, you can put 4. Okay. And we got the y, x, and we need data for y, dependent variable. For dependent also, I am going to use all the rows, and the column which I am going to use, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. We have multiple columns. If you don't know where is the last one, so you can just put -1. -1 means the last column from the back. From the back, this is the -1, -2, -3, -4. Like you can use -1 for fetching this column. So now we got x and y. If I run this, so you can see here, sorry, not this, x here. So we got these 3 columns, and also we got this 1 column for y. So we don't want like the data frame, we want the values only. For that, we can just put dot values. Okay. After running this, this becomes n-dimensional array of NumPy. You can see here, it's an array of 3 columns, 10 rows. If you want to see that, just put in here and enter. So now you can see here it's an array. So we have a column country and the age and the salary. Okay. So now we got the dependent and independent variables. Now we need to reprocess the data. Like we have some NaN values. NaN is in a sense empty values. We need to fill that empty values. We can fill the empty values in certain ways, like we can drop this row. Now I'm not going to drop these rows, is because we have a few data only. So like we have 10 data only. So if I remove this, it becomes 8 only. So you're not going to lose any data. If you have more NaN values, don't drop that. Just fill the data with like taking the mean, or you can just put 0. This is your choice. Now I'm going to use mean strategy. I'm not going to drop that value. If you have 1% data is NaN, you can just drop it, or else you don't want to drop, you can just fill it using mean, or else you can just put 0 there. For filling the NaN values, I'm going to use a library called Imputer. For pre-processing libraries, you can just get it from the scikit-learn module that I said before. This is a scikit-learn. How you can import that? I'm going to call the module inside the scikit-learn, that is sklearn here. So sklearn is a library. Inside this library, I have a module called impute. From this impute, I'm going to import simple imputer. So this is our class for imputer class, which will fill the NaN values. Okay. So now we are imported the library. This is our class we are going to use. So now for this class, I'm going to create an instance. Let's say imputer. I'm going to call as a variable. This is class variable name and equal to, just put that simple imputer. So now we need to define two variables in that. So that is mixing value and the strategy. So that is defaultly mixing values is np.nan and the strategy is main. So we can assign this missing values or np.nan. So you can see here, so that is the nan value. You can see that we need to fill that nan values only. So I'm going to use a strategy. That is main. If you don't give the parameters also, it will take the default one, that is nan only. Sorry. Now let's create our instance. I'm going to select this and control enter. It will run this selected line. Oh, sorry, misspelled that strategy. Okay. So now we got that object. So now using this object, I'm going to fill that values in that uh, X data set. We need to select these columns only. So why is because if you select this, we have a string no. If we don't it will give you error. It's because this is string no. We are going to use this object in these two columns only, age column and the salary column. So how you can use this imputer object? So we can just fit and transform it. So what it does mean, fit will calculate the mean, so that we are using the strategy now. So fit will calculate the mean of these columns, and transform will give you the result. After changing the values, it will give you the result. So where we need to fit and transform it, we need to fit in that X only, data set. In that X data set, we are not going to apply the whole thing. We are just going to use from these two columns only. So how we can select, like this we can select for brackets, colon is for every rows, and I'm going to use uh, one column because the column which you are going to use, that is 1 and 2. So if you don't give the last value, it will take till the end in Python. So from this 1 to this 0 and this column is 1. From this 0, take all the rows, take all the columns. Okay. So that is two columns here, one is here and the other one is here. So after this transforming, we need to assign the result value to the X data set. In that X data set, only we are just going to assign these two columns only, these two columns. Okay, and put equal to here, and that's it. If we run this, we will get the result. So it's run successfully. If I put X and enter here. So you can see here in that NaN values, we have just put at the mean values in the column. You can see here. So we are handled with an empty values, and now we need to handle the strings. Okay, basically in machine learning, we don't understand the strings. We will only understand the integers only. So we need to convert the strings to integers. Like you can say France is 0 or Spain 1, Germany 2. Okay, if you convert like that, 0, 1, 2, it understand like this: 0 is greater than 1. Sorry, 1 is greater than 0. So like Spain is greater than France. So we don't want like that. So what we can do, we can create for each and every category, we can create a column. For like in this case, we have 3 categories here. It will create 3 columns. That 3 columns, if France exists, so you can see here France exists. So it contains like after this, what we want, France column and Spain and Germany. If that is France, then it will become 1 here. It will become 1, and this will become 0 and 0. It's because Spain and Germany is not existing in that first row, no. Like, and the second row, Spain is exists, so France will become 0, Spain will become 1, and Germany will become 0. And for another, we have Germany. For that column, Germany will become 1, and France and Spain will become 0. Like this we want. Then it will understand, and our machine learning model will understand if that is 1 in this column, that is France. If that is 1 in this column, that is Spain. If that is 1 in this column, that is Germany. So our model will understand like this. Okay. To make that integer, we are going to use 2 classes here. One is column transformer and another one is one hot encoder. Okay. These two, what it does, it will create a 3 columns separated for each and every category. Okay. So where you can find this? From sklearn dot, you can see here we got all these modules. So from this compose, we need to import the column transformer. Spider will help you for all these things. So importing that libraries. If you don't know where it is, you can just put a dot and you can find where it is. Okay? So from sklearn, one more library we want now, one hot encoder. So from this sklearn dot preprocessing. For preprocessing, we have all these things inside the preprocessing library, like one hot encoder. So we got these 2 classes, and now we are going to create an object for this column transformer. Okay, so let's say CT column transformer, and we need to give the call class name, and inside it takes some parameters. You can see here transformers, reminder. Transformers is uh, from which column you're going to change the categories. Like I'm going to change this column only. So that is the transformer. And the transformer, we need to define which class we are going to use. Like I'm going to use one hot encoder. And we have another parameter like reminder. Reminder, that is we are not going to assign that column transformer in the uh, two columns. Okay, we just want this column only. So how we can do for transformers? Okay, the transformer, we need to give a square brackets. Inside the square brackets, we need to give a parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, we'll use a name called encode. We need to encode the columns with use of this class. Okay, so let's put comma and put this encoder. So for encoding, we are going to use this encoder. For which column we are going to use? So we need to give that in the square brackets. That square brackets I'm going to give 0, because in Python index start from 0. We need first column only. So I'm just giving 0 here. So it transforms all that categories in that column, and we need to handle that this column also. We don't need to assign this column transformer in that column. So we can use outside of the square brackets, just put comma, and the last one we need to give reminder. That reminder we need to give a value called pass through. Pass through is for only, just ignore these columns. Just ignore these columns, these two columns. Okay, so we need to give through, pass through. Okay, sorry. I can get here. So now let's run these 3 lines. Control enter. Now it creates a object of column transform with the given parameters. Like you can see here, we got that object. So using that object, we need to fit and transform. Of course, fit and transform in that X only. So we have X here. After this, it will give you the result. So we need to store the result in that X variable. So we can run this. Select, control enter, and we got successfully. Now if I print that X, you can see here. So we got 3 columns here. For each and every category, we have each and every column. So like if that France exists, you can see here 1 is there, and for Spain it's 0, I think. Yes, Spain in this column is Spain, I think, and this is Germany. So if that's Germany exists, it will give you 0, 1, 0. For Spain, it will give 0, 0, 1, and for France, it will give 1, 0, 0. Okay, like this we want. And one more we have, like in that Y also we have categorical data. So like this, you can see no, yes, no, yes, no. So we need to encode this also. You can use column transformer when you have 2 or more categories. Okay, 2 or more categories. If you have more than 2 categories. If you have only 2 categories, you can use another library called label encoder. So that is enough for this. Okay, so we use column transformer on one hot encoder when you have more than 2 categories. Like we have here 3 categories we have. So that's why I used column transformer. So for this, I'm just going to use label encoder. So where you can get it from sklearn dot preprocessing import the label encoder. So just create a object of label encoder, and after all, we fit and transform in that y dependent variable. So after this, it will return the result, and we need to store in that y. Let's run this command. So So successfully we got, and if I print the y, you can see array of 0 1 0 1 0. So no for 0, yes for 1, no for 0 0, and like this we got. So successfully we are converted the string into integer. And one more we need to do, like we need to split the data set, split into training and testing. Why we need to split training and testing is because we use training data set for building our model and testing data set for predicting the result. Okay, how we can do that? We need to import a library called from scale learn dot model selection, import the train test split. So train test split, it will split the data set. So here this data set into training and testing data. So it returns 4 values. One is x training data, comma x test data, and y train data, and also y test data. So these 4 variables here. So this function will return 4 values. I'm going to store in that separate variables, and now let's create training test split. Inside this we need to give the 2 arrays. One is x and y, and also we need to give two parameters. One is size of the test. Let's say test size. Why I'm giving this test size is because we don't want the same amount of data in testing and training. Okay, we want, let's say, 80% of data will go to the training and 20% of data will go to the test. It's your choice. You can use 30% or it's your choice. Okay, I'm just going to use 20% of test size. Let's put dot 0.2. It's for 20%. 0.2. Test size is 20%. Okay, and every time we wouldn't get the same columns. Okay, we will randomly we get the columns. We can just put random state for that. Random state, let's say 1, and after this we will get training testing data. Command enter. So now you can see here in variable explorer we got x test, x train, y test, y train. Okay, so let's put the x train. So here you can see 8 observations is come for x train. You can see that 8 data, and in x test we have 2 observations, 20% of data, and for y train also 8 observations is for training and 2 observations is for testing. Successfully we just splitted the data into training and testing. We use the training data, like this and this, like 8 observations and 8 observations we use for training our machine learning model, and we use testing data to predict after the model result. You see how is the model is predicting, and that's it. We are just predict the data, and the last step we need to do one more thing. in pre-processing, that is standard scalar. What is standard scalar? This means you can see here age and salary. If this is a different scales, okay. Can age is different from the salary. It is not equal to like height is not equal to weight like that. So we don't need like that. We need in a range, in a particular range, all the data comes in the particular range. So we can just use that for model. Why is because when you have some different scale, the model will know like this is the greater than this one. Okay, this is greater than this one. So to avoid that, we are just a standard scalar in this. To put that every values in a particular scale. Okay, to do that, we need to import a library, sorry, a module or a class from the sklearn. From sklearn dot preprocessing. So like I said before, all this you can find in the preprocessing module, standard scalar. Okay, standard scalar. For standard scalar, we need to create an object for that. Standard scalar. Now we got that object. So let's run this. Now successfully we got that object. We need to use the standard scalar in that extraining data, and we need to use only these two columns because in this categorical data we are already put it in that range 0 to 1. Why we need to do one more standard scalar? So we don't want that. We just apply the standard scalar in these two columns only. Okay. So to do that, sd dot, of course, fit transform in that x. In that x we need to do only these two columns now. So you can just put in that brackets. So all the rows except these two columns, we can get 0, 1, 2 from 3 to all, 3 to all. So it will return an array. So we need to assign this in the two columns. And also we need to change the x test also. Sorry, not that x. We need to use xtrain. Okay. Xtrain. So and also we need to use this for x testing data also. We are not going to fit in that x test. We are just transforming it because we are scale. We got the scale in the training data. We only use that scale for testing data also. So for predict, if you are going to build a model with this scale, we need to give that data like testing data also that scale now. So for that we are going to just transform that, not fit. Testing also equal to sd dot transform only. And now let's run this. Sorry, I need to give this again. So transform in that array, and it will return the data result. So now if I print xtrain, you can see here all this data comes in a particular range like one -1 or +1. This comes in let's say -2 and +2 in that range, -2 and +2 range. Okay, and that's all we need to do for pre-processing. It's all the things is needed for pre-processing. Let's see the linear regression. We left it out. And linear regression is an algorithm which will establish the relationship between the independent and dependent variable. Okay, like we got x and y. Okay, it uses a formula like y equal to mx plus c. What it does, it will put a straight line. So from the straight line, we will get that result. Okay, so this formula is for straight line. So c is for constant and m is for slope. Okay, the best line of it is nothing but this is a predicted value and this is an actual value. This is a predicted and this is an actual value. Okay, best line of it is that the predicted value must be near to the absolute value. Like you can see here, in here you have the predicted value near the actual value. So in this also, and this also. So like if you got this is a perfect line, the best of line of it, and we can also get the errors. This an error is because the predicted value is far away from actual value. It is the best line of it, and we will generate we will put this graph also in our data using the matplotlib. And the linear regression uses the method called ordinary least square method. It's a graph for just putting that data in a scatter way, like, putting the dots in that. After this ordinary least square method, it's calculation like this. So it will calculate sum of x minus x bar and y minus x bar divided by the x minus x bar whole squared. Okay, it will got a slope. To create a straight line, we need a slope. No, so for this is m for slope. So we are just calculating the slope only. So now this slope is in this data. The slope came for -1.1, and we will calculate the constant also. So after calculating this, we got that equation, straight line equation, y equal to -1.1x plus 14.2. Okay, these steps the ordinary least square roots like x minus x bar. It will calculate the mean of the x row, and it will subtract it from the each and every x. So 8 minus the whole mean. So like this also it will do for y, and it will multiply by the x and x minus x bar and y minus y bar. We will get the sum of this like minus 131, and it will calculate the square of x minus x bar. Okay. X bar is nothing but the mean of the row. And after this, we got this line. Okay, we got this line, this straight line here. How would you know our model is predicting good? Okay, goodness of fit evaluation. So we uses a method called R squared to measure how close the data are to the fitted in regression line. Like I before, there has some error. Okay, in that predicted value or and the absolute value. So how you can do that? You can use this formula to calculate the R squared. So R squared is nothing but the square of distance between the predicted and the actual value. If that R squared is coming came in that range of 0 to 1, if you got R squared like 0.9, that is good one. Greater R squared is a good prediction. Okay, and this all we are going to do with Python. let's move on to this. And now I'm going to create a new file here. For that linear regression, I'm going to use this data. It's a simple data, years of experience, salary with respect to the years of experience. So we got this data. Now this data is already pre-processed, so we don't want to pre-process again. Okay, and first thing I'm going to import the library. So we want three libraries, that is pandas for reading the data, pandas as PD, and NumPy for mathematical calculations, as NP, and we have matplotlib for matplotlib for pyplot for graphing purpose, sorry, as PLT. So we are just imported. Let's run this. So, matplotlib. Spell. Now we got that all the libraries. It's time to load the data. Data set equal to pd.read csv. The file name is salary data.csv. Salary underscore data dot csv. Okay, we got the data. Let's run this. Okay, we got the data. Just remove this all and run once again. So now we got the new data set. You can see here years of experience, salary, and this is pre-processed. No, we need to take years of experience as a independent variable, and we need to predict the salary with respect to the years of experience. Okay, so now we need to separate those values, like x equal to, I'm going to take all the rows but the column of 0, because we have the first column here. So index start from 0. I got this column. I forgot to put ilog. Okay, and after this we want all the values now. So values, and for y also we need to do the same thing, but except I'm going to change the index as 1 and the dot values. Let's run this. So now you can see here, if I put x, so you can see here the experience, and for y the salary. These are the salary and this experience, and we have already pre-processed the data. So we need to split the data into xtrain and xtest. Let's take this one. So we can just copy this and I'm using here. One thing we need to change. Okay, it's already okay. Now let's run these two lines. We got the xtrain and the xtest. Like 80% data for xtrain and 20% data is for a test. And we got the test train data. And we need to create our model, machine learning model. So linear regression we are going to use. There you can get the linear regression from the sklearn library dot linear model. Inside the linear model you can get the linear regression. I have put 2L here, linear regression. So we got the class here, and we need to create an object of the regression. Let's say a name as regressor and the linear regression, and that's it. We got the regressor. So let's run this 2 lines. So now we can see we got that object, regressor object, and we need to fit that regressor into our training data, extrain data. Say regressor dot fit in that training data, extrain and the Y train. Let's fit this regressor into our model. Let's 2D got one dimensional array. Sorry. We got this. The data has a single feature or a reshape contains a single sample. Okay, we need to reshape over. Now it's fitted successfully. The regressor is fitted into our training data and testing data. Sorry, training data, X train and Y train. So after fitting the data, we can just predict using the test data. Okay, how we can predict? Let's say a predict variable, and we need to use the regressor to predict. Sorry, regressor dot predict. Inside this, we need to give a x value. That is, I'm going to give x test. So let's run this. It's also the same problem, reshaping. Shade 1,644.
Irfan, if you have any issues in the code, no, we'll just see to that and we'll work it out tomorrow. No problem. It's a
Okay.
1 week session, right?
Now it's getting like a reshaping problem, I think.
Okay, so we'll see that and we'll
Yes,
check it out tomorrow.
it's working. Yeah, it's working. So we
Oh,
just
okay, okay.
got the just got the predicted values here. So let's take the y test and predict that. So it's predicted as 75,000, but the actual is 83,000. Okay, and you can see 98,000 the actual, but it is predicted as 91,000. So like this, it is pretty much closer. Okay, if you want to see the score, how many percent we got uh, correct value, so you can just use regressor dot score, I think. Yeah, regressor dot score takes two parameters like x test, and also we need to reshape, I think, one more time, and also y test. So let's bring this. Our score is like 0.76 percentage. Our predicted value is right. Okay, we have built the model, and the last thing we need to do, like visualization, we need to create a uh, graph for that. For graph, we are using matplotlib here. So just plot plt dot scatter, and one more thing, I'm going to plot two things, like training data and also testing data. So let's say for training data, I'm going to put a graph. So plt dot scatter is for dot. If you want the dot values, you can use scatter. So I'm going to use training data, train comma y train. So you will put dots there, and we can just select the color for that. Let's say red, and also we need to put a line. No, so we need to plot a line. So how we can do that? Then just use plot function, and here we need to use two parameters. One is x value. I'm going to use train the same, but y value for the line, I'm going to use the predicted value. Okay, I'm just copying this and pasting here. I'm going to use training data, predicted training data, to create this line, and after that you can just give a title. Let's say title salary experience. Okay, and we can also label the x-axis. X label is the experience, and experience, and for y label is salary. Experience salary with respect to the experience. Okay, to make the graph, we need to show the graph dot show. That's it. If I run this, you will get a run this. No. Just run one more time. So now you can see here we got the graph for training data, the experience and the salary. So put the line, straight line here. So we can see some values are in that line only. So it's near to line. That's what we are getting 0.76. Let's put the graph for test data. For test, just change the values. Test. So for this, I'm going to use the predicted value y pred and the y test, and that's it. So now this is the graph for predicted values. So I think it's too far away thing. So some values are far away from the line. Okay. So this is how you can build your model. It's a basic model of linear regression, and that's it. If you have any doubts, you can ask. You got the result. You got the plots here. You can see. So any doubts in building a model or pre-processing the data?
What is the use of the tree shape?
Reshape is nothing but like you can see here in our array, it's an it's not a one-dimensional array. We need to convert that into one-dimensional array like this. So we're just converting into one-dimensional array. Before this, if you see, this is not an array like comma separated. So that's what it is getting error, I think. Yeah. If I run this thing only. So you can see here, you've got no comma separated values. So array is comma separated values, no. So we need to convert that into one-dimensional array. So it's not a dimensional array because that's what is getting error, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
So after this reshaping, you get the array, one-dimensional array.
okay, so when we are splitting for the train and test, it is not giving us in the form
Yeah,
of array.
yeah.
And in the other file, in the data pre-processing file, we were using the column transformer, label encoder,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
only if we make use of those transformers, our regression will work out. Like what I'm trying to ask is, if we are having string type of data, that will not work out.
Yes, will not predict that the model will not predict strings, no. So that's what we are converting that strings into integer. How you can convert that in strings into integer? If you convert, let's say France 0, Spain 1, and Germany 2, it will understand like this. So 1 is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 1. So it will understand Germany is greater than Spain. So that's what we don't want. Like we are just converting that into binary. Okay, this column transformer and one hot encoder, we convert that into binary. If that exists, that is 1. If not exists, that is 0. Okay, that's what we did before.
Okay.
So you can see here. So if that Francis exists, that will become 1 and other 2 will become 0.
Mm.
Okay.
And the standard scalar.
Yeah. Yes.
So standard scalar, why we are going for that?
If you see here, we have age and salary. So the scale is different. So it is coming like 0 to 100, it will come age, but it is coming like 80,000, 0 to 80,000. The scale is different, no. So that's what we are going. What I'm doing, like we are just putting the data into one scale, in one range, let's say like -2 to +2 or -3 to +3.
Mm.
So now the two columns become one scale. Okay.
Oh. So only then we will be able to predict.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Like it will the model will understand that this is greater than this. No, so,
Mm.
like that. So that's what we
So,
are doing in
but
scaling.
now in the salary data which we used currently for linear regression,
Yes.
but we didn't use standard scalar. That is not easy, no?
Standard scalar, when we use, we have a multiple columns in the independent variable. Okay, we have
Mm.
multiple variables in it, but in that salary data we don't have uh, we only have one column for this
Oh,
and one column for independent, one column for dependent. Okay,
okay,
so that's
okay.
what we are not doing the standard scalar there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Any questions, others?
So the data pre-processed at Python file, first we are doing the pre-processing, right, for this class?
I'm just giving you the example of the pre-processing. In this linear regression, we are not using this data, so we are just using the pre-processed data. So that's what I'm just tell you that how you can do pre-process. If you have some data like non pre-processed, you can if you want to pre-process, you can just follow these steps like filling the NaN values. If you don't have NaN values, just ignore this. And if you have the string type of values, you can just encode it. And training test train test plus it is important for every data. So I'm doing the same in here, testing and training splitting. And standard scalar is for only if you have scales, different scales. You have that data. If you have the different scales like age and what is salary, like that, you can use standard scalar.
Okay, so generally in the data science time, whenever we implement it to the some kind of a algorithm, first step is like a pre-processing things. If you require anything, something we need to do, that we can write to the
See
pre-processing
here
based
in
on.
machine learning, we
Okay.
follow the steps like first getting the data, let's say, or else we can splitting the data, or say getting the data.
Okay.
That's first step,
Okay.
and the next step is pre-processing,
Okay.
and the third step is visualization. Visualization.
Okay.
So what we can infer from the data. So that's what we are visualization, and the next is model building, and the last one is predicting.
So the where exactly is coming model building? Is it like a linear regression? Linear regression is
Or
coming in the
any model. If you have any model, it's not a particular linear regression. It can have logistic, it can have k-means, or it can have SVM.
but in our case is the linear
Yes,
regression
yes,
is a model right now.
yes.
So if the data size is more means we are using same these libraries or we are using some other libraries. So generally the big data kind of systems is there, right? So there
Or
we are getting the huge amount of a data, maybe large amount of data. Same libraries only we are using, other libraries we are
if you want to get the data from the like Hadoop or big data
correct.
clusters, you can use Spark. Spark
Okay.
is streaming. You can get this from the data from Spark streaming. We have a library for in Python. We have PySpark. From the PySpark, you can get the data. After getting the data, you can just follow the steps like pre-processing, whatever you want, and you can just build the model and predict that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Now just I'm going. We are just doing with the salary, the CSV files. Okay. The data came from any data source. Okay.
So this scale learn. So can you please explain that library inside and that?
What library? Standard scalar.
Yeah. Scalar means standard scale. Okay. Can you please
Yeah.
explain that? Thank you.
Standard scalar is using for when you have different scales in your uh, independent variable. You want to put in a particular single range, a single scale. This have a different scale and this have different scale. So putting that in a single scale, we use standard scalar. So we don't want to put in that categorical data. So it's because we have already encoded that in a particular range like 0 or 1. Okay, it's already a binary. So we don't want standardize the categorical features. We only want to uh, standardize these two columns only. For this, I'm going to select these two columns. So just all the rows, but 3 and that till end. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, from 3 till end. Okay. I'm just taking the data and I'm just fitting and transforming. So both I'm running. So because fitting, what it will do, it will calculate the standard deviation only. Standard scalar uses a formula like this: x real value minus mean of the x and divided by the standard deviation. Say STD of the x.
Okay.
So it uses this formula. Like what it does, fit what will do, it will calculate the standard deviation for each and every column. Okay, and it will store it somewhere. And after transform, it will apply the values in that data. Okay, and also we are doing the same in test. Why? Is because I'm not fitting in there. It's because if you I'm using a standard scale. Okay.
Okay.
I'm using the scale of train to build the model, and the same scale I'm going to use for testing data. Okay, so that's what I'm not fitting it. I'm just transforming, just applying the data. I'm applying the formulas in the data testing data. Okay.
Okay.
If we print and see this X train and X test, can we understand that better?
Extrain and X-test, like you can see here.
Yeah, after applying the standard scalar.
Oh, after applying.
Yeah, we didn't print and see, right? That will help better.
Just run this. So after applying this, you can see in that X-train. So now these two columns are in the same scale. Like you can see this is between I think -2 to +2, because 1.5 is there, 0 is there, 0.3. Like it will take a range. Okay, it will take any -1 to +1 or -2 to +2. We'll put all the data into that particular range. So it will become same scale now.
Okay. Oh, this is the output after
The standard scalar.
Okay, this is for X train.
Yes, it's same, and X test also the same one. It also is at the same range like -2 to +2.
So if we are going to build a model out of this training and testing variables, so we have got two columns, two independent variables, no?
Yes, one is for training the data. So this train data, we will build the model. So you can see here, I'm just fitting the regressor model into the training data. You can see here,
Okay. Okay.
and I'm going to predict the data with the model using the test data. Test data is like something a new data. So let's say whenever you give a new data, how the regressor is predicting. So that's what I'm like predicting. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So any others have doubts?
Anyone who have doubts, you can also chat. You can also produce. You can also chat. That is, you have the chat option there, so you can also chat. We will also, if there is any doubts, no, tomorrow also you can just you can come up with the doubts. If you have, please work on it. Any doubts? Any other doubts you have now? We get cleared. Irfan, I guess there is no doubts as of
Okay.
today.
From this, we will end the session.
Okay, so now
I
we
will
shall end
stop
the
the
session.
sharing.
Yes. Let me just screen share my window. So here, like in this website, like
Your voice is breaking.
bigdatahandson.com is our website. So you can it's breaking. 1 second. One second. Hello.
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Okay. So that is. Let me show our site. So this is bigdatahandson.com. If you go to our site, like you can find the video. So this session, it's completely recorded, and you will have all those recordings in our homepage. You can see it here. This is the Python's last part. So the latest video would be here. If you want to see the older videos of our session, then you can click on this, go to Meetup Uploads, and you can click on Meetup Videos, and you will be seeing all other videos. So last week we are done with Python. So you can see, you can just click on it, and you can see all those Python missions. Like we are operating it for about 8 years, 9 years. So like older videos would be here. So last week we had Python session from part 1 to part 7. So all it was handled again by Irfan, has handled all those 7 sessions, and all other big data sessions and other sessions we handled by different people like Dinesh Kumar, Dinesh Pandian and others. So once we are done with this Python English, machine learning English, we will start with machine learning Tamil, but not now. We will be starting after a week or something like that, after we get this Python English gets over. Sorry, machine learning English gets over. And if there is any doubts or anything, you can just you can type this number. It's myself, Khalil Ahmed, 97898884424. Or you can call me, or else you can call this number 9566182384. And also you can just mail it us. And these, or else you can also go directly to YouTube, and you can subscribe to our channel, bigdatahandson.com. So you can also subscribe to our channel, bigdatahandson.com, and you can see all those videos here. and you can make use of it. So tomorrow's topic, no, like it would be like it is on logistics regression. So please get connected on time so you can see all those agenda here. So introduction to ML linear regression is done today. So tomorrow we'll go with logistics regression, and day 3 will be learning K-nearest neighbor. Day 4 it would be SVM, support vector vision, and day 5 it's going to be ANN, artificial neural networks, and day 6 would be convolutional neural networks, CNN. So this is the basics on machine learning and deep learning. Using this basics, then you can browse more, and you can check out like more. So lots of people know in internet they used to just give presentation on linear regression. They doesn't show any working model. So here we have bigdatahandson.com. If we are 99%, it's like 90%, we only give hands-on trainings. So, even though if it is a free session, we will go with a complete hands-on practice. So it would be very difficult for few people. You might think that, okay, like there is no presentation over there, like, but we want to show the working model as well. So we divide the session into 6 sessions, and we take a small practical session with the theoretical part. Even this, we can complete this complete session on just in 2 hours. We can complete this entire machine learning. We don't want to do that, and we take the session hands-on. Even though if it is a free session, we take at least basics. No, we'll go with hands-on training. Each and every algorithm will go with a small hands-on practice. So it would be helpful for you people to go from there. No, it's basics on ML. And today's sessions, videos, everything will be getting. You will get uploaded in bigdatahandson.com, and also you can also join to my group. I will also ping that group in the link, so you can also join. You can, if you want to join, you can join in our group. That's it. So you can ping me first, so I can make you like. And most of the people is there in our group. Few people, if you are not in the group, you can also get added in our bigdatahandson.com group, WhatsApp chat group. Thank you all. So meet you tomorrow 6:30. Thank you.